Hello, leader. Have you ever hesitated to hire an overqualified candidate? It can feel risky, but it can also be a huge win. Hiring someone who's overqualified could fast-track your team's growth, or it could cause a major disruption. So join me today. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast, smart leadership for women who mean business. If you're a woman who owns an established business with a team of 5 or more, and you're ready to lead with more confidence, clarity, and impact, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Shelley Warren. Each episode delivers practical strategies to help you build a high-performing team and become the leader your business needs next. Let's get started with this reminder. The team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. Hey, I looked up some recent stats on this, and I found out that as of early 2024, about 24% of small businesses in North America said they were hiring team members who were previously laid off from larger corporations. No wonder there's so many skilled candidates out there applying for your roles. So that's turning into nearly a quarter of small businesses tapping into those laid off corporate people. Now, you've likely been there. You've interviewed a great candidate. You rated them using your good, better, best method. And now you're facing the tough decision because some of them are clearly overqualified. You likely spotted it on their resume, but you kept them in the process. You met with them and you were maybe wowed by them, and yet now you're hesitating. So now what? Well, before you decide to give them a job offer, go back to the interview. Did you ask them why they're applying for the role that is technically a step down for them? Their answer matters. Right now, there's a lot of talented people out there job hunting. Some of them have been displaced because businesses have closed, and others are seeking more flexible or remote roles. But a surface-level answer like, I need a fresh start, or corporate culture just isn't for me, can be code for deeper issues. Red flags, maybe? Well, let's dig into this deeper. You want to be able to ask follow-up questions like, how will you stay interested in this role? How will you feel about going back to your core roles? And is this a stepping stone for you? So bring them back for another interview. Ask these deeper questions, and then keep listening for their honest clues about their motivation. Now, let's not forget that 61% of professionals leaving corporate life say they're looking for more meaning, more flexibility, and more connection. All things that small businesses do really well. Okay, so let's weigh the risks and the rewards of hiring someone who is clearly overqualified. So first up, let's look at the good news. Faster onboarding. Now, this is great because you save time and training dollars because they can literally hit the ground running with minimal hand-holding. They're also going to bring you immediate results because they can hit the ground running and they can produce tangible results quicker, giving your team momentum when you need it most. And the other bit of good news is that, they're built-in mentors for your team. Now, this can be a real game changer, especially if you have a younger team. That overqualified person brings an elevated level of expertise, and that can raise the skill level of everyone around them, especially if you explicitly invite them to mentor others. And how about this? They're bringing that higher skill level. So because they see your business with fresh eyes and seasoned judgment, they can spot inefficiencies or missed opportunities that you may have overlooked or your team has just become complacent about. And then there's this one. They bring fresh, seasoned perspectives. Now, this can boost your brand because having an experienced pro on your team can impress clients, vendors, and other partners, raising the perceived professionalism of your brand. But here's the bad news, or let me say, the unpleasant news about hiring someone who's overqualified. There's definitely some risks, and here's the common ones. Boredom leading to an early exit. Now, this is real, even for the most enthusiastic of new hires. If the work feels repetitive or beneath them, even a well-intentioned new hire may lose motivation faster than expected, causing costly turnover and making you start all over again with your hiring process. Here's the next one. Disruptive behavior or even manipulation. Now, this can truly derail your team culture. If they start in one role but expect to be promoted or given major projects or given creative freedom that doesn't align with what your business needs right now. The bottom line is that they believe there is a level of entitlement or expectation that may or may not have been suggested to them during the interview or their onboarding experience. When this is your reality with an overqualified new hire, it can be very overwhelming for the team too, as they look to you to fix it fast or fire them. And then there's this, undermining leadership credibility. This is always unfortunate because it's so darn uncomfortable for everyone, including your team, as they witness this all go down. So for you, if you don't navigate carefully, an overqualified person may intentionally or not challenge your authority or decision-making, confusing the rest of your team and possibly forming an alliance with anyone on your team who's not happy at the moment. Now, having said that, anyone on your team can challenge your authority, not just overqualified team members. And then there's this, skipping your standards and creating chaos. When someone acts like they're above your team standards, morale can really take a hit, especially if others feel they're playing by different rules. And lastly, outgrowing the role quickly. Now, if there's no clear growth plan, they may hit a career dead end quickly, leading to dissatisfaction, disengagement, and them jumping ship. So hiring someone who's overqualified isn't without risk. Studies show that small businesses see a 32% higher turnover rate when they bring in people whose skills far exceed the job requirements. Let's think about it. If you move forward with hiring an overqualified person, setting clear expectations is critical. Set a drumbeat of KPIs, feedback, and check-ins, just like you would with any other team member. And if issues arise, you'll need to address them immediately by having an honest conversation about what's working and what's not. And if they're not a long-term fit, set up a respectful exit before any major damage is done. So before we wrap up here, here's a quick checklist that you can use if you're considering hiring an overqualified person, because smart hiring starts with asking the right questions and setting the right expectations from day one. Go deeper in the interview. Uncover their true motivation for applying and don't settle for those surface-level answers. You're also going to want to watch for red flags. Listen for signs of boredom, resentment, or a, well, this will do for now kind of attitude. Then you're going to want to confirm their long-term fit. Ask directly if they see themselves committed to this role for at least 2 years, or whatever timeline fits your business needs. And you're going to want to set clear expectations. So you'd outline the job scope, performance standards, growth opportunities, and the importance of following your team's methods and culture. And then as you bring them on, you're going to establish a strong drumbeat. Yeah, we want to make sure you've got those regular check-ins set up, your KPIs, and feedback loops to monitor their engagement and their impact. And be ready to pivot quickly. If early signs point to misalignment, act fast. Protect your team's morale. And lastly, be ready to pivot quickly. If there are early signs of misalignment, act fast. Protect your team's morale and minimize disruptions by addressing it head on. Thanks for tuning in to the Stacking Your Team podcast, Smart Leadership for Women Who Mean Business. If today's episode helped you see your leadership in a new way, I'd love to hear about it. Come connect with me on Instagram, where I'm at Stacking Your Team, and tell me, what are you working on in your business right now? And if you're ready to go further than this podcast, check out the Leadership Lab. It's my high-touch coaching experience designed for women leading a growing team. We're welcoming new members right now. You'll find all the details on the Stacking Your Team website. So until next time, let's do less managing and more leading by making space to lead and letting go of the rest.